we're back. Mobile testing interview questions. This is part 2. If you missed part 1, definitely right now, click the link here, go back, watch part 1, get all of your questions for mobile testing as a beginner when you go and interview. This one is intermediate. This is next level. You're going to be able to take those questions up a notch and make sure that you are on the right path. What strategy do you follow for testing a mobile application? Here, explain the importance of having a strategy irrespective of the type of testing, but do it very briefly. Then explain your strategy to test mobile applications. Avoid textbook answers and try to add from your own personal experience. A sample answer you might give could be, I begin with a thorough understanding of the application's requirements and user demographics to align the testing strategy with user needs and business goals. Requirement analysis. This involves understanding the app's functionality, target audience, and key performance indicators. Device and operating system selection. Based on the target audience, I select a range of devices and operating systems. Test planning. A detailed test plan that includes the scope, types of testing to be performed, resources needed, timeline, and risk assessment is created. Select types of testing. Functional, usability, performance, regression, security, compatibility, localization, manual, and automated testing can be required. Testing types to be conducted are decided based on the project requirement. Continuous testing and integration. If the project follows Agile or DevOps methodologies, which is the norm now, I incorporate continuous testing into the development cycle, monitoring and feedback. To identify and fix issues that are not covered in test cases, monitoring and user-developer feedback are used. Reporting and documentation. Keeping detailed records of test cases, results, bugs, and fixes for analysis and improvement. All right, on to the next question. How do you perform compatibility testing of mobile apps? Now you can share your experience rather than sticking to some textbook pre-made answer. But you could answer something like this. Compatibility testing for mobile apps involves testing the app functions as intended across various devices, operating systems, screen sizes, and resolutions. To do this, I first define the range of devices and OS versions the app targets based on market data and user demographics. I use a combination of real devices and emulators to cover this broad range. Automated testing tools are used, especially if many devices are to be tested. I focus on testing critical functionalities, UI elements, and performance areas across different environments. What is the importance of usability testing during mobile testing? When explaining the importance of usability testing, you can use examples of real-world users or even your own. This will show you that you understand impacts better than just something on paper. A sample answer might be, it directly impacts user satisfaction, engagement, and market growth. I make sure that the mobile app is intuitive, easy to navigate, and provides a positive user experience. Using usability testing, we can identify and rectify any issues related to the app's design and functionality from a user's perspective, such as assessing the ease of use, understanding UI elements, and checking that the app effectively meets the intended user needs. What do you know about cloud-based mobile testing? A tip here is to share your actual experience rather than sticking to some pre-made answer. But our sample answer is, cloud-based mobile testing involves using cloud services to test mobile applications. It provides access to many mobile devices, operating systems, and network environments over the cloud, eliminating the need for physical device labs. It also supports remote testing and team collaboration. It easily integrates with CI/CD pipelines for automated testing. Cloud-based mobile testing provides more test coverage, faster time to market, and adapts well to Agile and DevOps methodologies. You can choose from many infrastructure providers based on your device platform requirements and budget. Now, if this is helpful, hit that like button. That shows us this is good stuff for you. How do you test different mobile screen resolutions and sizes? While answering this question, explain the testing areas below to provide an overview of your experience. Here is the list of tests that are required. Device emulators and simulators. Using emulators and simulators to test the application on different screen sizes and resolutions. Real device testing. we test on real devices to get an accurate sense of the app's look and feel on different screens. Responsive device testing. This ensures that layout, images, buttons, and other UI elements adjust correctly to different screen sizes. Breakpoint testing. To identify and test critical breakpoints where the app's layout changes to adapt to different screen resolutions. Automated testing tools. For efficiency, I use automated testing tools that can simulate a variety of screen sizes and resolutions. Visual inspection. Manual and automated visual inspections are performed to check for UI elements, alignment, readability, and potential distortions or clipping on different screens. User interface guidelines compliance. I ensure the app adheres to the UI guidelines provided by major platforms like iOS and Android. Checking the performance. Besides the layout, testing performance aspects like loading times and memory usage as well on different devices is important. Any questions? Make sure you're commenting all of that below. Why do we require security testing in mobile apps? For this question, use examples to explain and create an impact on the interviewer. Here is a sample answer you can use. Mobile apps often access, store, and transmit sensitive user data such as financial information, location, identities, medical records, etc. It's necessary to protect this data against unauthorized access, breaches, and other security threats. Security testing helps identify vulnerabilities within the app, such as weak encryption, insecure data storage, or susceptibility to attacks like SQL injection and cross-site scripting. Through security testing, the app complies with data protection regulations, maintains user trust, and safeguards the app's integrity and reputation in the marketplace. How do you perform mobile performance testing on mobile applications? What metrics do you consider? Now, the tip for this question is to explain why you do what you do while doing performance testing. And a sample answer is, performance testing is all about making sure the app is fast, responsive, and stable no matter what we throw at it. I start by figuring out what is the most important thing to measure, things like how quickly the app loads, how fast it responds, and resource usage. Then I use specialized tools to simulate different user loads and network conditions to make sure the app performs well under both peak and normal usage scenarios. I also test on a variety of devices with different hardware specifications to ensure consistent performance across all supported devices. I refer to metrics like test coverage, defect density, test execution progress, and user feedback to help me track performance better. By doing all this, I can spot any trouble areas where the app might slow down or stumble. The end goal? To make sure our app runs smoothly and efficiently under all circumstances. Now, great job making it this far. If you're still with me, you are halfway through. We're giving you a lot of stuff, and if you're finding it helpful, definitely hit like down below, throw a comment in. That really helps us understand that this is good stuff for you. We'll make more videos like this. Also, make sure you're subscribed. We're putting out a lot of good information for you. You do not want to miss it. Hit subscribe, hit that little bell. What is the role of A/B testing in mobile application development? You can answer it as, A/B testing in mobile application development is a method used to compare two versions of an app or a feature within the app to determine which one performs better in terms of user engagement and satisfaction. It involves showing the two variants, A and B, to different segments of users and analyzing the data to see which version leads to better outcomes. A/B testing is required to make data-driven decisions in the development process. You can also explain with the example below. A scenario. An entertainment and news agency wants to increase the number of subscribers to its weekly newsletter. The objective? To determine whether changing the color of the Subscribe Today button affects customer engagement and conversion rates. Implementation. The original version, the A version, the original page features a Subscribe Today button in blue, which is as per the website's color scheme. The modified B version, the company creates a variation where the Subscribe Today button is changed to a bright green color. Test execution. The company directs 50% of its traffic to the original version, version A, and the remaining 50% to modified version B. All other elements of the page, images, and layout remain the same. The result? The company tracks key metrics such as the number of clicks on the subscribe today button, the overall conversion rate, percentage of visitors who do not unsubscribe later, and any changes in user behavior. After the testing period, the data reveals that version B with the green subscribe today button had a 15% higher click-through rate and a 10% increase in conversions compared to version A. Let's move on to the next question. How do you handle frequent updates during mobile testing? Now, it's advisable to give an example of this as well. You can use this sample answer. During continuous integration, that's CI, and testing, the testing pipeline is automated to test new builds as quickly as the new code is pushed into the repository. Robust and flexible test cases that can quickly adapt to changes are set up. After each update, I focus on regression testing to check that the new code changes have not caused any harm to existing functionalities. Tracking all changes in logs and communicating closely with the development team to understand the implications of each update is followed. How do you test push notifications on mobile? You can use an example from your experience to explain this answer. Our sample might go something like this. We can check that the mobile app correctly registers for notifications and receives them. This involves sending notifications in both foreground and background states. We should test on different devices and operating systems in order to ensure compatibility. Check for the correct display of notification content such as title, message, and any other custom data if present. We should verify successful user interaction with the notification. For example, open the app, perform a specific action, and check that the app responds appropriately. You can use this example to answer this question. Test case title. Verify receipt and display of push notifications. Test steps. Step number 1. Send a push notification from the server backend to the specific device user. Step number 2. Observe the app's behavior in different states. When the app is running in the foreground, when the app is running in the background, when the app is not actively running and it's closed. Expected results. Push notifications should be received in all states. Now, when the app is in the foreground, the notification may be displayed as an in-app banner or alert per app design. When the app is in the background or not running, the notification should appear in the device's notification area. The notification should display the correct content, title, message, etc., as intended. Tell me about the importance of accessibility testing during mobile testing. Now, if you get asked this in an interview, you can answer it as, it tests that the app is usable by people with a wide range of abilities, including those who are differently abled. This type of testing is required to test how the app is in terms of navigation and readability for users with physical challenges such as visual, hearing, motor, or cognitive. It's about compliance with legal standards and inclusivity, expanding the app's reach, and providing an equitable user experience for all. By the way, if you want to be certified for test automation, we've compiled the top 20 courses for test automation certification. Check it out. We've linked it down below in the description for you. Go grab that. Here's the next question. What is your approach to testing e-commerce mobile apps? Again, we're going to recommend here that you use an example from your user experience to explain this. Here is a sample answer you might use. I thoroughly understand the e-commerce platform's business goals, user journeys, and technical specifications. Functional, usability, performance, security, compatibility, payment gateway integration, regression, and mobile, specific testing like push notifications, QR code scanning, that stuff, and user feedback incorporation are performed to achieve good quality and user experience. What are the challenges in testing streaming services on mobile? This might be an answer you could use. We must test streaming quality across different network conditions like 3G, 4G, 5G, and Wi-Fi. Users expect consistent performance irrespective of network variability. Compatibility testing is necessary due to the broad range of mobile devices, each with different screen sizes, resolutions, and hardware capabilities. Buffering and latency are top areas to test for so that there is minimal lag and smooth playback. Testing should check the app's handling of interruptions like calls or notifications and its impact on streaming continuity. Battery consumption and data usage optimization are also important, as streaming services can significantly impact these. Content security and DRM, digital rights management compliance, are essential to protect against unauthorized access or piracy. Now, here is the last question in the intermediate list. How do you ensure data privacy during mobile testing? You could answer this as, I start by encrypting sensitive user data to prevent unauthorized access or breaches. Data protection regulations like GDPR or CCPA should be followed throughout the testing process. A secure test environment requires isolation from live environments to avoid accidental leaks. Regular security audits and vulnerability assessments are conducted to correct potential privacy risks. Limited data access to authorized personnel only, and regular training on the latest data privacy practices and protocols are helpful. Okay, that's all we have for part 2. I hope you enjoyed. Hope those are going to really help you nail those interviews that you're going out to have. But stay tuned because there's one more part. Part 3 is the advanced mobile testing interview questions. Make sure you stick around, subscribe to the channel so you do not miss out when that release is coming up very, very soon. And if you are watching this in the distant future, check the links below. We will have that link for you there so you can go check out part 3, mobile testing interview questions. Thanks for being here. Hope it helped, and we'll see you soon.